Hey, welcome back to Mr. C's e-bike. Today I got the Outfitter tire hold platform 2 e-bike rack. And I want to show you a couple of things down here on it before I unfold it and give you a closer look and let you check it out, and I'll tell you all the specs. All right, the first thing I want to show you underneath is these lights and how they're on. These lights are sold separately, and I don't know if you can see up under here, they're bolted on. The holes are already in the rack for the lights, for the little push plugs to hold the wiring on. And down underneath, which I don't think you can see, there's a bolt right here that once this comes down and you put the pin in here, you can tighten that in, and that takes care of that little bit of rattle that it can get while the pin's holding it. All right, I almost forgot to show you how to put it down. This pin's in here. You take the cotter pin off, pull this out, drop it down, and then put this pin in, back in, down at the bottom. Then it's down, and right away you notice there's something different about the rack. And I'll get into this more, but these clamp down and ratchet right onto your tires. This rack will hold 200 pounds, and hang on. All right, and this rack is made for extreme off-road stability with their tire press bars, and there's no contact on the frame whatsoever. Like I said, it holds 200 pounds. It's got a built-in ramp right here, and most all this stuff you'll see when I'm putting the bike on, and I'll explain it then. I just want to go through and make sure I don't forget anything. And this thing comes with more stuff assembled than most of these racks I've put together. And like I already pointed out, the light bar, or the LED lights, that you do have to buy them separate. All right, this is my first time using this, so there might be a learning curve. I know you got to fold this down out of the way because the ramp is going to go here. Fold this up, and right here, this is where your front tire goes. It's going to get squished in between here and here. So actually, I might need more room than that. So you put that down, take the ramp, there's 2 little holes in the bottom of here. And then you walk too far away for the bike. Right up and over that orange thing, right in there. And that's staying now. Put your ramp someplace out of the way. You got to push this button in to get it. Oh, I guess it's not going anywhere. To get this to come up and over, you push it up there, not too tight. Then you come back to this side because you're trying to get it on this orange thing. Well, maybe I need some air in my tires. There. Here's a closer look to what is going on. This is pushed right into the fat tire. This is holding the back of it. Well, you can't see it in the picture, but... And you just push it in nice and tight. When you go to unload it, I think, yeah, you have to push in here to relieve some of the pressure. And then it comes right down. Right back up in. Now, on the front, I'm going to try to put something completely different into it. So I'm going to have to move my camera out of the way and be right back. All right, got to swap the ramp over to the other side. And this is what I'm going to put in there. Since the tires are so much smaller, you take this little, well, it's like half a wing nut. Take this off. There is a washer. Oh, it's right in the way. And I'm going to move this down from the first, second, third. I'm going to move it to the fourth one. I can move it again after if it's in the wrong spot. But just to get started, put the washer on. Put your half a wing nut on. It's also has an Allen bolt at the end of it too. So if for some reason, if you lose this or break it or whatever, you just need an Allen wrench. All right, that looks about right. Like I said, this is my first time using it, and I'm just guessing till you get past a certain point. I'm going to move the camera up so you can see this. See, this is all it is. Head off. And I'll move this down 3. My tire's in the way. Yeah. See? After you do this once, you'll know, and you can move all the stuff beforehand. Remember to get the washer back on there. Hold on to the backs. All right, and I came back up to the front because I was down here. Well, no, I was here. I moved this up because you want to get not to the top of the tire, but somewhere in between here and here. So you have force going this way and this way. So it's holding it, squishing the bike together and has some downforce. And this seems like it should be good to go. I'm going to tighten that little bolt underneath, put my ramp back in. Can't see it because my tripod isn't going down low enough, but that bolt is right here. And you want to tighten that up probably before you put the bikes on because there won't be as much stuff in the way. But that'll take care of any of that little bit of wiggle it's got where that pin goes through. And you put your ramp on. Slides right in there. And this keeps that in place. I think this will be the only rattle that is in this rack. All right, there you go. A nice wide shot of the bike's on, the rack's on, everything's ready to go. See, this is going to be the only rattle. I would have liked to have seen something here to hold this tight, but if they did, then you'd need extra stuff to secure it. So I don't know. It would fix one problem and make it a little bit harder. But everything looks good. And always remember, get your batteries out of the bike. Put them someplace safe inside the truck. Maybe inside the trunk or the back of the SUV, whatever you got. But make sure they're someplace safe. Don't leave them in the bike. That's extra weight, extra incentive for somebody to steal your bike. And those heavy batteries rocking back and forth in the, especially the external ones, you'll rip the cradle right off the bike. So make sure your batteries are off the bike and in the vehicle. And I'm gonna be trying something different this time. So I got this fancy new camera that this part slides off. Well, it's supposed to slide off. And this thing's going to be sitting on the roof of my truck. And although I have no problem with taking this down the highway, because the bikes seem like they're on there secure, and if everything stays put off-road, the highway is going to be no problem. But I don't trust this to stay on my roof going down the highway. So there won't be any highway video, and I'm going to be doing the voiceover as I'm in the truck. So I haven't done that before either. So hopefully that'll work out. If that doesn't work out, then I'm just going to sit in the back of the truck like I did with the last e-bike rack review. And while I'm talking about the channel, make sure you subscribe. And if you subscribe, then you might as well go ahead and hit the bell. So you can do that now. And I'm going to get everything ready and get going. All right, this part of the trek isn't a road. And all that noise you hear is a rattling inside the truck. And I really have no idea how the video is going to come out, because it's on a gimbal. It's supposed to make the video really steady. So now you should be able to see if the bikes are moving separate from the truck or getting pulled off by the bushes. That shows me what that camera sees. Take this back around and onto the highway. Oh, my anti-lock brakes were kicking on. So I got to climb out and grab that camera. So the next you'll see, I'll be back at the house. All right, I just went in and watched the video, and the video came out nice, which you already know if you made it this far. And this is the steadiest rack I've had. I mean, I haven't had all the bike racks. Trying to get to where you can see me in the sun. I haven't had all the bike racks, so I mean, I can't judge from everything, but I'm betting this is probably the best you're going to do under $2,000, maybe over $2,000. I don't know, but I mean, this is easy to put together. It's easy to get the bikes on, especially once you figure out where you want this, and if you're putting the same bikes on over and over. And if you have a step through, you don't have to buy that bar to go through. And even if you don't have a step through, if you have a carbon fiber frame, you're not going to have that hook rubbing into the sealant and screwing your whole frame up. You won't if you have a steel or bike or whatever. You're not going to be taking the paint off. You're not going to be messing these wires up. They say this is tested up to 70 miles an hour. I mean, it's going down the highway. It's nothing for these racks. So I would say, I mean, everybody's car's capped at pretty much 120 something now. I'd say at 130 miles an hour, this would be fine. The bottom part of your bike would be fine. What you'd have to watch out for first is your seats ripping apart in the wind and your displays coming off of your bike. And I mean, I like it. I like the way it looks. I like the way the bikes load. And I definitely like how secure it is. So if you're looking for a bike rack, especially like I said, if you have a step through or a carbon fiber frame, or just don't want your stuff scratched up, because it's literally not touching anything but the rubber of the tires. All right, now I'm going to unload this. Well, at least one of the bikes, so you can see how. Take your rack. There's little holes at the bottom of these where this hooks right in. I'll do the front first. Like I say, this is all new to me too. You put a little pressure in so you can push that button. I don't think you don't have to take it off too much. Plus, when you push this in, it'll make it easier. And you can drop this down. Oh, I was supposed to do this before I did the ramp. Told you, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'll tell you how to do it though. And then you just roll it off. Go a little slow while that orange thing's going. You'll work the brakes. And it's that easy. And if your tires are nice and soft for the off-road riding, this smushes right in and gets a good hold of them. And I think I'm going to get more of these, although I think this may be the best one, at least as far as I'm concerned. So make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you'll see the rest of the racks, the rest of the bikes. And I got a wagon coming too, so, or a cart or whatever you want to call it to pull behind the bikes. So thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe.